All right. Good morning, everybody. If you can hear me and if the mic sounds good, hit that number 1, please. And if you can hear me and the mic sounds good, hit that number 1. Raspberry Matt, Matty, Kevin, Hoover, Arslan. Very good. Perfect. Perfect. All right. Very quickly, for those of you that watch us in the archive, first off, thank you very much. But to also be very transparent and upfront, if you want to have something to continue to watch in the archive, then this is totally viewer supported. And the best way to support the stream is to save yourself money at the exact same time by using code CLAY with any of these prop firms. That is case sensitive, so it's got to be all caps CLAY. But whatever deal any of these prop firms are running and offering, whatever discounts, code CLAY will give you that deal. So you are, like I said, quite literally saving yourself money while at the same exact time helping to support the stream. For everybody that is here live right now, thank you to all of you that have used code CLAY. Continue to use code CLAY. You guys, gals, furries are the reason why it is ad-free and why I show up on a daily basis, because you guys are all helping it make sense for me to be here. One note, the deal today, and I do fully believe them. I suppose in theory I could be wrong, but today is the last day. They extended it for 24 hours. So Take Profit Traders has a 50% off right now, and that is a genuine good deal. Doesn't come around very often, but they did do the thing where it's going to end, and then they extended it. I thought they'd extend it a little bit while longer, but only 24 hours. So yeah, today is the last day. So if you are on the fence about Take Profit Trader, want to load up before it finally goes away, like I said, I guess to be fair, I can't say for sure. I know that it's the last day, but I think they're serious that it is going to be the last day, so take advantage of that. And oh, that reminds me. Hey Pam, good to see ya. Good to see ya. That I did want to get something. Just bear with me a second. I wanted to change the pin message to. Let's see, how do I do that? So let's put that, and just put last day. Last day. Okay. Let's do that, and then let me pin this instead. Replace pin message. I think that got it. There we go. Okay, perfect. So yeah, today is the last day for that message. There you go. All right. I don't know. I did cook an account. I don't know if there's really any lessons to learn from it. I don't know if this necessarily needs to be 11 a.m. talk. Thankfully, it was just the test account. So, yeah, I guess I'll just talk about it real quick for you guys here. There's really not a whole lot. This opening, in my mind, chop got me. Came up, came back down, thought I was making a good move. As it came up, came down, got what at the time of me getting in was a nice little like hammer here after the pullback. So I'm thinking, great, move up, waited for the pullback, got the hammer, let's have some fun. I was in the green a little bit, and then this candle right there just cooked me. And then, of course, the very next candle, back up it went, and I'm like, okay. And then even that, though, that might have brought in some bulls, and then that moved down there, probably cooked some bulls. So it was a pretty, for me, a pretty nasty opening. So, yeah, I did cook an account. That was kind of sort of close to passing, but it wasn't, what was it, like a couple weeks ago, 3 weeks ago? The one I think that started the downfall for the day, where I can't remember what it was, a couple $100 away from passing, and I cooked that one. Because that's the worst thing with prop accountants, or for me. If I'm going to cook a test account, I'd rather have it be like first trade. Like, you're not even close to passing, first trade, cook, gone. But it's the ones where you actually are close to passing, and then you cook them. Those are the ones that, for me, there's that big threat level of just really irritating me, and then I do more stupid things. But yeah. So that was kind of my day as a whole, and then yeah, it's kind of well, let me put, did this move here get anybody? This was nasty on the Trump tweet right here. That was pretty rough. Indica, we got to chat, brother. We got to chat. Guess what I didn't get my email yesterday at all yesterday. Indica, take a wild guess. Okay, that actually does check out because I did have an email this morning from them. So okay. No, I do believe you. I do believe you. No, what do you mean no code Clay, Abel? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Here for the stream after long. No code Clay. I'm red 300, but I'm not mad. Took two trades. It took, played the range. It broke out. Played the breakout at dump. Yeah, good job. Like, I mean, yesterday I started off red, and came back and agreed. Yes, yes, I agree with that. Use code Clay, not no code Clay. Use code Clay. But yeah, how are all your days going so far? Good, bad, red, terrible? Yeah, Z3, as we were discussing in the private community, my thought was just if it is your goal to like hit max out the account every day, I could see that potentially being a problem. But like you said, that's not a goal. So, oh yeah, Pam. So new commissions were what, I think 2 weeks ago. And then the other thing that they updated now is instead of having 5 days to pass, Pam, it's now 3 days. And then word on the street is they're going to be releasing an account with no trailing drawdown. So there's going to, they're give and take. Barely green, $800, but better than a lost account. Yeah, agreed with that, Raspberry. Red day for me. Day is young. Controlled red day, Lisa, or like a really nasty looking red? Okay, Lisa, do you have to trade like a superhero to get your red back? Let me ask you that. Do you find yourself right now needing to trade like a superhero to get your to wipe away the red? And then nobody else wants to tell me about their day, so that's great. We're off to a fantastic start of people wanting to just converse. Again, we're at the water cooler right now. We have our coffees. We're on like a little bit of a break. Hey, how's your day going so far? Yeah, I need a few good ones. Uh-oh. So if you're needing to tread like a superhero, Lisa, something went awry in the risk management department. How many? Actually, Dean, if you would have showed up, well, okay. See, this is where, technically speaking, I can't tell Dean for not showing up on time because technically he's actually early. But you should have been here at the start, Dean. I talked about how many accounts were cooked today. About to switch. One of those days. Hey, congrats, Disciplined Futures Trader. That's great. Fantastic. Had 400, lost it, stopped at break even. That's actually impressive discipline. Myself, that'd be a very hard point to stop where I've given back green and gone to break even. I'm green, but no read today. Gotcha. I need that. No. Yeah, well, my understanding, Evil, if that's your requirement, or if that's, then you'll be. I mean, those accounts will be costing more. But yeah, maybe paying that. What, I don't know how much more it'll be. Might, for some people, maybe it'll be worth it. It's probably the best. I can't activate my pro account. Well, yeah, I mean, you'd have to, assuming you just passed the test account today, you have to wait to the end of the day for the system to regenerate everything. Yeah. I can see people's read. Well, I mean, no. Granted, it's all hindsight, but yeah, my read was definitely off too this morning on that moment right there. That That was rough. Cooked an account in that news candle. Oh yeah, that was rough for sure. That's one of those where the journal entry, if you got cooked there, I mean the journal entry is pretty much just Trump tweet, wrong place, wrong time, period, on to the next trade. I don't know if it's just me, but it's been kind of a clown fiesta today in terms of trying to get fills. So many partial fills. And then oh, that's what it was. It was even on this trade. I don't good grief, this is so bad. This is when people were like, dude, so how'd you trade yesterday? Man, I can't even remember a trade for like 45 minutes ago. But I was long. Anyways, it doesn't matter. I went one direction and then I got out. And then because the fills were kind of goofy, then all of a sudden I had two contracts in the opposite direction, which to be fair in this situation did work out in my favor. For like, I don't know what it was, like $100, but it's just fills for me have been very, I don't know. Has anybody else had that? Like a lot of partials today? Yeah, no, it is 2 plus 2 is Clown Fiesta for sure. All right, up around here, I'll just bring that over. But right here, we got kind of oh wait, that's NQ. We're in MNQ now. Okay, never mind. Okay, well, NQ actually has a pretty, look at that. You have the 21 EMA and the VWAP, right? Okay, maybe I should take a NQ trade right there. I think I will. If it wants to come up here, maybe I'll try slinging an NQ trade. I just like, I mean, that's a great little setup that does not exist. Because that's one of the things, NQ, MNQ charts are not like literal mirror images of one another. Hey, what's up, Mats? I think they're starting to get fills closer to live market. Yeah, it's that whole thing is a little sketchy. Like, well, wait a second, but yeah. We are right at a potential area that's rejected it before. Let's see here. 40. That's a 23-point stop. Perfect setup, and I missed it. Missed it because of fills or hesitation or what? What's gold doing? Gold had a rough start. Pretty much not necessarily start, but 9 a.m. until about 10. Rough hour, but it's now pretty much recovered all that on gold. ES is there it comes back down. All right, well, if this is some sort of sideways range here, if you want to, trade the range, Clay. Okay, I suppose it's a long somewhere down around the 29,200 mark. Maybe kind of sorta. Oh man, you got an air show going on? Get outside. Yeah, there was it. Is that 10:30? Yep, there was a Trump tweet at that point. All right, well, I'm gonna try a long down here. All right, long right there. Put the stop right there. We'll see what happens. And then it's just me and John and Stithen. Everybody else is. Thank you. I'm glad that at least two of you are talking. I appreciate it, fellas. His tweet cooked a test account, but I'm up. Yeah, yeah. That's one of those where if this one, the candle right there cooked you. I'm not. There's a sure lot. I'm it kind of is what it is. I think that's a great candle of why to throw like a couple $1,000, of your own money into a futures account. Man, you're just one Trump tweet away from just cooked. Hey Travis, what's up? That's right. You don't get as many stale Twinkies. Clay, do you ever use the lockout button? I haven't. No, I kind of forget that it's there. As embarrassing as probably as shameful that it is. Kind of forget that it's there. Oh, you cooked a pro account? Oh, sorry to hear that. Do you have some more racehorses in the stable though, Gurpreet? Hopefully you're not being tempted to reset the pro account. Try to resist that temptation. It's not going to be good for your numbers. It's going to start to throw ROI stuff off very quickly. Okay, good. I'm glad you have some racehorses. All right, thank you, Stithen. I appreciate that. And yeah, sorry to hear about the tweet again, but it happens. It happens. How's it going today? Overall, so far, so good. I keep waiting. Is my moment going to show up where I get on the stream and I'm all stuffy and congested and coughing and sneezing, or I just can't make it? I'm waiting. But so far, my body is. We're fighting. We're all the germs flying around the household right now. It's keeping them away. I thought you're not in. I thought Dean. I thought you were in prop firms. No, it's not a guarantee that your account is cooked. That is also, that's going to be, well, of course, it depends on how crazy it gets. But yeah, that's going to be more so dependent on position size. Like this move right here, if you were at, a couple MNQ, you would have been okay. I mean, it would have gotten nasty, but you would have been okay. But what are you even doing, Dean? So what, did you even trade, Dean? What, I'm so confused right now. This whole time I thought Dean was a futures trader using prop firms. Hey, thank you, Travis. Yeah, now is the time to lock it in. What are you doing? Let's discuss how dented you actually are. Sorry to hear that, CDP. Yeah, I lost an account. So it was that opening session for me was trick. I got fooled. I'll put it that way. Okay, I'm trying to get long here at the green line. Stop is at the red. Oh my goodness, he's one of those guys. He's one of those guys. Hey, let's just make her life extra hard. Let's do that. Okay. Some people, they just are like, you know what? Let's just dig this hole using a shovel. There's a big excavator right there, but let's just use this shovel instead. Let's be as inefficient as possible. Agreed, Indica. That is a very accurate statement. Okay, here we go, maybe. If that green line turns blue, I'm in. Trying to play the range. I think this is the bottom of a range. People tell me to just trade the range, so I'm trying to just trade the range. Except now it's not filling me. Oh, so close. Wait, there's a pivot. I'm missing a pivot. Just a minute. Bear with me. I'm missing a pivot. Ew, that is important. I had my stop loss literally right above a pivot. That wasn't making a lot of sense. Yeah, Mats, you are in the dented category too. Some of you guys are like literally like, you know what? Let's just, yeah. I mean, there's a way around theta, but I like theta. I like theta. Let's just keep theta around. You know what? Hey, what's up, Johnny? Well, now maybe look for a long down here. I don't. Let's try a long right here. Just trade the range, they said. It'll be easy, they said. Clay, trading's easy, brother. Just trade the range. Oh, well, could somebody please tell me where the bottom of the range is? That's kind of an important part, and I'm struggling to identify the bottom of the range. And it's almost like words need definitions. You know, it's weird. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Buy low, sell high. That's right. True. Just buy the dip, you idiot. Just short the top, you moron. Yeah, where is the magic bean indicator at? Oh, all the way down there. All right, we got a ways before the magic bean indicator is going to come into play. Or who knows? Maybe we're one Trump tweet away from it. Come on down. If the green line turns blue, that means I'm in. Yeah, white line's too far away right now, so I don't have a patience for that. I don't got patience for the magic bean. Why don't you guys grow a pair and trade? Oh my goodness. See, if you're gonna rage bait, you gotta tone it down a little bit, chasing crypto. So I appreciate what you're trying to do, but you went a little too heavy into the obvious direction. Good try though. Good try. I appreciate the effort. You laid it on a bit too thick though, brother. Again, looking to get long here. Man. Clay, it's so obvious this is the bottom of the range. Oh, well, now you tell me. Thanks. That was one of my favorite moments last week. What was it? I think it was Daniel. I don't remember the trade. All I know is that after the trade happened and it was a losing one, he shows up and he's like, I knew that was going to happen. It's like, well, you're a terrible friend. You knew something was going to happen. You saw that I was going against what you knew was going to happen, but you waited for it to happen. You waited for my losing trade to tell me what you knew was going to happen. Savage. It's sad. Like, some people are so mean. They know what's going to happen, but they wait for it to happen, and then they tell you that they knew it was going to happen. It's weird. Such jerks. I knew, and think about it. Envision me talking to somebody that is literally engulfed in flames. I knew that you dousing yourself in gasoline And then playing with matches, I knew this was going to happen. But, I figured I'd just let it happen first and then tell. It's just like, dang, that's mean. That's mean. Dang, chasing crypto, that's all he's got? I mean, maybe he's still lurking in the shadows. Or maybe he's creating okay, yeah, I need to tone it down some. So let me go create another name. How is the house? Just siding. More and more siding. Trying to as a thank you, trying to take the guys to an Iowa game. Some of them have never been to an Iowa football game, so it's like, oh, well, cool. But the dates I'd picked up, not going to work for one of them. So that's the problem when you're trying to get 6 people into a thing. Dates get a little tricky. But I don't know why. Oh, yeah, you asked about the house. I'm like, well, how did I start talking about that? But that actually makes sense. We don't have the color picked out. We're getting close. So okay, all right. This is actually big. We got the countertops approved and figured out because my wife went a little bit above budget, but it was like, okay, well, because of the places she shops, like these places don't have prices. Everything is like, okay, we'll get you a bid. It's like, okay, well, great. It's not like walking into Home Depot where the price is right before you, which after this experience, that is very nice to just know the prices right there. But anyways, long story short, my wife found something she liked. She knew it was a little bit above budget, so I'm like, okay, well, how far above budget, right? I think that's a reason. I think that's a wise question on my part. But anyways, we got that number back. It is above budget, but it was nothing like budget. There was no nuclear bombs being dropped on the budget. So that was approved, but that was like a domino effect because, okay, now we know the countertops, so we know that color, which means we like that color, which means that color works, which means that color works. So the interior designer was like very happy to hear it. The cabinet guy who works with the countertop guy, he was happy to hear it. So yesterday was actually a big movement, a big move, or a big moment. That's the word I'm looking for. Yeah, right there, Capri. Click on the pin message. Last day, they extended it 1 day, so you can still get the 50% off today. And I do believe that tonight at midnight it'll be done. The Egyptian stock pyramid opening. Ooh, that's an intense one. Budget is budget. It's just a suggestion. It's a mere suggestion. Let me go out back, just pluck a nice crisp, newly grown Benjamin Franklin from the tree. It'll be just fine. So now that I think about it, yesterday was actually a very critical, like a pivotal day. It helped advance a lot of things. Because had it come back really, really bad, then my wife would have been like, all right, well, I guess back to the drawing board here. Where was she shopping? I don't know. Someplace up in Des Moines. A place that did not have prices. Okay, maybe a short here. I'm going to try a short. Okay, I'm short. Take that little scalpy scalp there. Thank you. Come again. You could totally do a meetup. I might not necessarily be there, but yeah, in the private community, you could say, hey, anybody here in the Houston area? Anybody want to meet up? We've had a lot of people do that, actually. In fact, those are some of the best pictures. When people show like pictures of themselves meeting up with other members. It's always a bad sign when the price. Yeah, it's like, yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's kind of like when you go to a restaurant and then there's no prices on some of the meals. You're like, uh oh. Uh-oh. Let me head to the kids menu. But my wife, I was proud of her. She kind of got, which I appreciate. She was totally justified. She kind of put her foot down. She's like, not to be rude, but what is taking so long to get this price? So it was weird. Then the cabinet guy called the countertop guy, and like an hour later, we had our numbers. So yeah, I guess sometimes you just got to get a little bit bold. My wife handles it so much better than I do, though. I'm just, So if anybody's waiting for prices, you know what? I don't mean to be rude, but why is this taking so long? That was a powerful question. Okay, potentially another short here. Yep. All right, I'm going to try it. See if it wants to come back down. Oh, now it's continuing to. Okay. Is this thing really going to go straight back up? I will try another short up here, too. Yeah, is it possible that this thing just goes solid green up? Yeah, yeah. But, all right, I'm going to try another one right there, short, and then stop right there. Contractors play games. Well, yeah. The game, it was a store, but contractors are also very busy. Again, I agree they play games, but in this situation, it was a store that we were working through. So it's kind of like the store's like, what are you doing? Like, my wife essentially was like, we inquired about this like a week and a half ago. What's going on? Are you kidding me? Look at that. You dirty rat. All right. Well, I tried. Probably some AI. Oh, I don't know. Maybe. Travis, volume profile. And you get it. How do you get it? I'm back up. What kind of nonsense is this? Solid green, solid red, solid green. Wow. Good. Well, there are some shorts not having, because again, at this moment in time, I'm with you. I was bearish minded. I'm like, okay, nice rejection. Maybe there's like a little bounce on a back test and it rolls back over. Nope, straight up, boom. That definitely got some shorts. And if it got you at, okay, I can't. Okay, 5 minute. We have 21 EMA and VWAP at 54. All right, I'm gonna try a short right there. Huh? Sounds like a good thing. If AI is constantly calculating all the new data points of rent around the city, then yeah, there we go. Instead of rent fluctuating once a month, or I'm sorry, once a year, now it sounds like they can keep that in real time. Like I'm not mad if there's AI pricing going on. I'm not mad about it. Like get what you think is fair. Like I'm not expecting anybody to work for free. You get what the market suggests you could potentially get. Hey, Toad. But anyways, long story short, yesterday was a good day housewise. Again, looking to get short up here at the red line. Watch this thing just go solid red right back down. That'd be crazy. Just trade the range, Clay. Okay, if we have any trade the range people right now, type how you define bottom of the range, please, as a number. If anybody here likes to trade the range, again, I try to trade the range, but like if you are trade the range, type in the chat. What is how do you define bottom of the range? What number is that? It's not a trick question, by the way. I'm if anything, here are my motivations. Hopefully we get multiple numbers, which proves the point. Yeah, it's there's more to it than just saying trade the range because you have to define words. Okay, see, James isn't even doing it. He's just giving me an ish. Okay, I'll submit my I'll submit my guess. Right here. There you go. 199.25 is my guess. Hey, Bowser. See, nobody's even giving. That's what I mean. Nobody can even give me an actual number. Okay, James said 29,200, so we're actually close in agreement. People are giving me issues. People are giving me ranges. Yes, that is the point. And I realize that most of you know this, but like to anybody that's new, just that this is why trading is hard. Why slogans don't actually work, because slogans are made of words, and in trading you have to define those words. So when it's trade the range, well, you have to define the range, and as you're witnessing right now, a lot of people are struggling because yeah, that's the point. There is no like obvious bottom of the range. Well, most times than not, there's no obvious bottom of the range, right? Where you have all these kind of you have a general area, sure, but eventually you do have to define it because you got to figure out where am I actually going to buy the bottom of the range. Why do you care so much about Nvidia? That'd be my question. What is wrong? Well, why do you care so much about? Oh, okay. Now we're coming up here to my potential short, and I'm gonna go right there. Okay, maybe a short here. Okay, now I'm gonna try to trade the top of the range. I am in. So I am in short. See if price can get smacked back down. I'll take the little scalpy scalp there. Clay descending wedge. Maybe previous week low, 202.50. Okay, thank you, John. Actually defined the bottom. I exited my long at 255. Good job. You're close to the top there. All right, well. Do I now try a micro pullback here at the VWAP? Will this continue? Am I about to do this? I am. I'm going to go for it. Okay, looking for a long now right here. Previously short, now I'm looking for a long right there. Ideally, I don't get a big old red can. Well, obviously that is the ideal thing. I am Nope. I don't. Now it seems like if it does go back down, you got to be kidding me. Yeah, I could have gotten in right there, but when it came down and got very close and then went back up, those are the moves I'm looking for. I don't want to get it on like the next ones or anything like that. That can get a little sketchy. Oh my goodness, duck soul. Wow. That's cooking. That's oh wow. Wow. The Bears are having a barbecue. The menu, the bowls. Goodness. I held that short. Nice. Congrats. Yeah, enjoy the barbecue. Yeah, the Bears are having a barbecue of the Bulls right now, boy. But now is it time for everybody gets bearish. Now are the Bulls gonna barbecue up the Bears here? Let's see. At this point, I don't think anybody would be shocked if this is now a solid green candle that at least revisits the highs here. I mean, this is just solid green, solid red, solid green. Okay, took a little bit of a breath. Solid green, solid red. Kenna unveils retaliatory about 200 billion of U.S. goods. I'm about to try a short here. I think it'll get some more continuation down. If not, I'm going to have a losing trade. I am short. Come on, let's get down through that trend line. Let's do it. Okay, let's maybe try again. I guess I don't know why. In hindsight, I'm like, I'd have a hard time believing this thing goes solid green. But like, wait a second, Clay. Based on the previous action, why is that actually that crazy of a thing? Maybe what I'm thinking is like, is it really going to do the whole solid thing back up again? Like it's already done it a couple of times already. Does it have like a third time in it? Like really? And the 5 minutes got a nice candle on it from the bearish side of things. Doesn't mean that it'll go bearish, but all right, I'm adding short here. I'm gonna try to trust the 5 minute. Come on. Looking to add at the red line, but only if it comes back down. All right, out. What a joke. Good. Oh, please. Please. Hit the like button. Use code Clay because I will be very honest. It's crap like this. It's like, Clay, why are you even here trading? For the past couple weeks, this action during the, especially this time of the day, has just been nonsense. Like, what are you doing? So again, that's where, like I said, I cannot be any more transparent and blunt than that. When people use code Clay, it makes sense for me to continue to, do the crap that I'm doing right now and to experience this stuff. So please use code Clay. Thank you. You said it's going. No, I said I did not say that. I said I don't. I have a hard time imagining it goes solid green once again. You can turn on ads. Yeah, but I don't want to turn on ads. As I've always said, and I'll recap again, there are three tension points right now in my trading, or in what I'm doing right now. It is fun to live stream. That's why I'm literally always griping. Like when the chat box goes silent, I'm like, hey, let's have some conversations because it is fun to hang out. 2, this is a business. And then 3, responsible trading. So right now in the responsible trading category, what am I doing? What am I doing? Not totally responsible to even be doing, like, I don't, like, I'm not saying there aren't good setups. I'm not saying you can't make money, but like, so responsible, yeah. Business wise though, that is why I got just very transparent. Like as long as the business category makes sense, hence code Clay, hitting the like button, then okay, that can overwhelm the fact that okay, maybe this isn't the most responsible thing to be doing. Now the fun thing I want to be regardless. Like if let me put it this way, if it was purely the fun category, dude, I'd be like, it'd just be pure, just like, okay, let's load up, 5 NQs now. But like, it's like, wait a second, that's just strictly fun. There's zero responsibility in there. And that might be kind of sort of good in the business category, but also I can see a lot of you being like, wait, what a second. I'm not here to watch like a degenerate gambler like act like a total clown. So like there's always a fine balance of everything. But yes, right now I'm having the, what am I doing? So please, let drive the business category right now. Code Clay. How's that for transparency? Can anybody that's out there that's live streaming that tries to tell you there is no business category is not totally being honest with you. No, I'm strictly here for the fun. No, I believe that could be a portion of it. I believe that's a genuine portion of it. But to act as if, oh no, I'm just here because it's purely fun. I have a code, but no. There's no business aspects here. I'm just here strictly. It's like, just be honest with your audience. Does this look like an inverse head and shoulder? I don't know what anything looks like right now. Because what things look like can very quickly be wiped away. So I do think I will try a pullback long here, especially on the, here, I'll just show you the 5 minute. So on the 5 minute now, we have both the VWAP and the 21 EMA. So this seems, okay, I say that as I look down at the volume, and the volume bar is not even, okay. So the volume bar on the breakout candle is actually not even bigger than this. So that's actually not very ideal from a volume standpoint, but patterns only work when you look at them afterwards. I don't think I totally agree with that. Patterns only work when, no, I mean, I've had plenty of trades where I'm like, I'm playing a, right here, rising wedge. I'm going to play a rising wedge, and then the rising wedge leads to a winning trade. So it's not afterwards. Maybe I'm misunderstanding what you're saying. That is certainly a possibility. Yeah, that's true too. It is a good like accountability partner. But still, like right now, like I could totally head over to the property and help the guys. And to me, that is very fun. Like I look forward. Like right now, I have so much to be thankful for. Like I can't tell you. Like, am I rich? Yeah, I'm rich. I have a family that loves me. I have a wife. I have kids. I'm getting a live stream right now, hang out with people, and then immediately after this, I get to go hang out with other cool people that are fun to hang out with outside, get some exercise, fresh air, get in the sun. Like I am a very rich person. I will say that. Um, but I don't know how I got on that. What did somebody? One of you guys say something? I don't know what got. But yes. And then once a homestead is built, man, I'm going to get to hang out with all... Whoa, hey, what was that? Okay, actually not that big of moves when you consider it. That was like 75 up to... Yeah, that was like a 30, 40-ish point spike. Don't get me wrong, 30, 40 points, it's nothing to sneeze at, but like still. A month ago, that spike right there is like 150 points. All right. I'm a little like, okay, it just snapped to the upside. It's about to snap to the downside. So I don't, it makes me a little nervous now to be buying here when I'm going to try it. We have the VWAP there. We have the 21 EMA. On the 5-minute, we have the 21 EMA there. So we have quite a bit of stars aligning here. Yes, I agree. I am, what? Oh, all right, now look at this. Look at what? I don't, okay, this is getting a little, I don't like it. I mean, it's starting to move around a bit here, but it seems like, okay, it's getting very snappy. Is this spot's just snapped to the downside? I don't know if there's really anybody talking, though. That's the thing. Again, relatively speaking, sure, these are some crazy candles, but definitions of word change every day. A crazy candle, like I said a month ago, was like 200 points. A crazy candle in this environment is like 30 points. So I don't know if this is really anything. Let me put it this way. If somebody is talking, I don't know if they're really saying anything that important. That was dirty. Clip my stuff. Oh, that's terrible. Liquidity pocket. Oh boy. Oh boy. There was just a bunch of news notifications. Okay, so not really any big ones as far as I can tell. Oil is, still dropping though, so that's good. Canada to yeah. What are they going to tax? What is the tariffs? Hopefully it's not on cement. That's the one thing where I still have exposure. I guess asphalt too. I think asphalt is probably more dependent on oil prices than anything. But yeah, my two things that I would still say I have exposure to in a significant way would be concrete and asphalt. But siding's been ordered. I guess maybe paint, but I think paint. That's not going to be like a huge amount more. They put 50% tariffs on live streamers. Well, I mean, if that was true, I would just charge everybody. My business say, well, now for it to make sense, I just have to get 50% more. So I would just pass the cost along to you. Everything would be 50% more, which is exactly why tariffs, all they do is raise prices. That, as they're intended to do. So yes, tariffs are just another form of taxes on the consumer. No, right now we have gravel, but upon having, I mean, this wasn't necessarily new, but it's just like, that's going to be because it's, when it rains, it gets washed out because some of it you have to drive up a bit of a hill. So that started to wash out, and it's just like then you think about plowing in the winter because it's a long drive too. It's a pretty long drive to get because we're off the road quite a bit. But yeah, so I want to do asphalt, which reminds me, I met that guy a week ago yesterday. Yeah, I'll have you the bid. We're still no bid. Is it really that complicated of a project, or did this guy forget, or are these? I don't know. I mean, no offense if you're a contractor here. No offense is intended. Maybe you would agree, but here's just an observation, like a little bit of a business. If you just pull your head even a quarter out of your backside from the customer service vantage point, man, I think you'll put yourself quite a bit ahead of your competition. Like I get it. Like it makes sense. These are guys that are good with their hands. They have a skill set. They want to get stuff done. They're tough. They're rugged, etc., etc., etc. But goodness, when it comes to like the other part of like running a good business, it just ain't there. Like CEOs make a lot of sense. Wait, your job is just to run the company. Yes, because running the company is a separate skill set compared to, it's crazy. And again, my project, this is a good sized project. So I can't imagine it. Well, even if it was, let's say it wasn't a good enough project, like just have the common courtesy, that common customer service to be like, yeah, we're actually not interested. It just doesn't really fit into okay, cool. Hey, Yankton, you got it, brother. You're getting close. Don't get too focused on the number, though. Just concrete it? No. That would, yeah. Well, I mean, the drive is, I think it's like right around 1,500 feet. So 1,500 feet, and I think we'll go with what, like 10 or 11 wide. Concrete on that? Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. $5 minute really suggesting it wants to, come back down. I mean, these are some bearish candles occurring at the 50 SMA. We'll see if they can deliver. I get a lot of work from people who are tired of contractors. Yeah. Where are you at again, Renfrew? Maybe you should come do it. Do you do asphalt? All right, here we go, maybe. If it dumps on me, it dumps on me. Come on. I don't want to throw an order out because I don't want to see it quick flash through. If it flashes through, then I'm just going to try to buy the bid as it goes. But like if my order's just sitting there, it could quick dump down through it. Whereas if I do it this way, there's give and takes. I could also just flat out miss the entry point here if there is no quick dump through. Come on. All right, I'm going to try it. Long. I'll take that. I'll take that. I was going to scale out, but I'm like, you know what? Let me just take all 5 off. I'll take that. Okay, see? I can't have confirmation bias. Confirmation bias wants to play the woe is me, but no, that one actually worked out very well in my favor. In fact, I'm not sure I could have traded that any better. So, okay, see? The market cuts both ways. It's hard. We always want to make it seem like the market's out to get us, but hey, the market was clearly out to help me out there. If the market is out to get me, if I'm going to accept that as a premise, then when things like that happen, logic would imply, hey, well, the market's also out to help you out there. Oh. Okay. Well, bummer, Renfrew. Well, Tumwa, that's not like terribly far. Like, it's not unrealistically far. But yeah, if you don't do concrete or asphalt, then bummer. Although hauling, like, even if I wanted some dirt work done, that would still, yeah, I mean, you'd have a hard time competing just because you'd have to factor in fuel costs and all that. Transportation costs would be higher compared to local people. So yeah. What is a yellow dotted line? That is the VWAP. Just a tidbit. Do with it what you will, but I'll go. Big algo model of ours targeting. Aren't you doing? I thought you did futures. Katie Sweaty. Thank you, Bowser. Thank you, brother. You're feeding some hungry kids. You're welcome, No Chill Trading. Although you should probably have some chill in your trading. Like, no chill makes me think of, like, no patience. Sometimes it's good to be patient. Sometimes it's good to chill out, brother. How much is diesel out there? Is it up over 5? I don't pay attention to diesel that much, but I want to say it's up over 5. Agreed, yeah. Patience, very easy to say. Very hard to do. Okay, yeah, there it is. Oh, gotcha. Fuel cost is crazy right now. It just got quoted $500 freight for 12 boxes of fake stone. Yeah. That is the one thing that I remember way back when, and okay. How about try this long again? Do we get another bounce off VWAP here? I'm doing it. Okay, here we go. See if we can get another bounce. I'll take a little scalpy scalp there. Out by the skin of my chinny chin chin. Is it? Is it? Man, dude, it could be. Back to green ads in clay. Back to green ads in clay. It is something. I'm hopeful. Wait, yeah. What's up with Labor Day being so late? I always thought Labor Day was like early September, but now Labor Day is not until the 7th. Like, so we have to go through an entire week. So we basically still have maybe 2 weeks of summer trading. If we're gonna go by the definition, summer trading is officially over after Labor Day. But man, the summer trading can end. It's always first Monday of September. Well, why is the first? So I guess just the first Monday of September is Super Monka S. Where's my calendar at? First. Oh, that's what gets you. Okay. Yeah, it's because August 31st is a Monday. So yeah, you got to push it all the way into September. That's why. Because that August 31st, Rat Day, took the first Monday. Now that makes sense. Dang. Can we just have August be 30 days instead? That would solve things very quickly. So yeah, I guess from today, 2 weeks. From today, 2 weeks, and then summer trading should theoretically be over. Fill up the semi. I couldn't imagine that. Going to the pump, $670. Crazy. But yeah, that makes me think back to like the shipping cost. That is something that'll get you. Even well, I drive an EV. Well, yeah, but still you buy stuff, and a lot of the stuff that is used to deliver is not electric. But that is where the local lumber yard way back while we were still just digging out the basement was just like, hey, heads up, lumber is not doing anything crazy right now. But he's like, everybody's about to start to increase their freight costs because diesel and all that stuff is going up because of the Iran stuff. So yeah, that's oil gets everybody. Oh yeah, what is the VIX doing? Is anybody scared out there these days or not? Oh yeah, not a lot of fear out there right now. Yeah. VIX gets back up around this area in the trading environment. That's kind of that'll be good. But yeah, right now, not a whole lot of fear out there. Which is kind of wild when you think about it. Like the world, the headlines, I don't know, but big money for whatever reason is like, nah, we're good. Hey, well, good to have you. Thanks for stopping by. It's the new normal. Feels like the VIX is 12. It's not the new normal. Every time I've said like, oh, this is the new norm, it shifts. It shifts. That's just market psychology. I do feel it though. It seems like this action is never going to change. It's always going to be kind of this. It's just like, no, we'll be all right. Yeah, have a good one, KT. Hey, Mark. Gonna try to short it if it decides to form some bear flag on 1 minute or 2 minute. Yeah, right now it's trapped a little bit over here on the 5 minute. Kind of, I mean, not kind of. As of now, it's trapped down below the pink line. Argentinian toxic beef. So tired of all this. Why is it toxic beef? Doesn't Argentina have doesn't South America actually have really good beef? Serious question. Like, who doesn't love Fogo de Chao or Texas de Brazil or like a Brazilian steakhouse? Like, aren't they known for like quality beef? That's why Brazilian steakhouses are a thing. Supposedly the beef Trump is importing is rejected beef. Oh, okay. Okay. That would make sense more so with what Maddie Matt is saying. I did not read that. It's been on. Oh, okay. Yeah. Then now Maddie Matt's comment is making more sense then. Dude, I love, never been to Texas de Brazil, but in Kansas City, right? And unfortunately, well, probably a good thing. I would have probably bankrupted me and my wife at that point. But we discovered Fogo de Chao pretty close to when we eventually moved back to Michigan. And man, that place was great. So great that there was a couple times where we would drive down to Chicago, like just for Texas de Brazil. Okay, we did it, I think, once. There is a Brazilian steak place here in Des Moines. Not that good though. Not that good. And it's got a severe parasite that attacks bone marrow. I'm on it. Gotta make some real money. All right, see you later, Nero. Apparently it was full of antibiotics. Gotcha. Okay. I don't want to rehash the discussion, but who knows? You know, the cost of protein, the most efficient way for protein. I don't know. Maybe this is it. Maybe it's rejected beef from other countries. Still edible. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe Argentina has way too unrealistic of standards. But if their rejected thing still meets our standards, I guess it's fine. Or are we lowering our standards too? That's my question. So is the United States lowering their standards in order to take this beef? If not, then it sounds like the actual complaint should be what's wrong with our standards. Again, I don't care who else rejected it. That would just that all that tells us is they have different standards than us. Do our standards accept it? I don't care about other countries because all you're actually doing is making an argument that our standards are worse than China's. So, do our standards in the USA, does it meet those standards? If the answer is yes, then you just conceded, well, we must have really bad standards if China's standards reject it, but our standards keep it. So, who are we now if we're changing our standards to make it that sounds kind of sketchy. But does this meet already here's the English language. Does this MEAT meet MEET our United States standards? United States. Does it meet the United States standards? That is the question that I'm curious about. FDA suggests Doritos as part of. Yeah, I'm gonna. Do you have a? Can you cite your source on that one? Again, that is my question on the table. I don't care what other countries have rejected. If anything, who cares? That's not the. Does it meet U.S. standards? Whatever. I don't know USDA standards. I don't know what the standards are officially called. Does it meet our standards? Our being defined as America. Does anybody know the answer to that question? I assume it does. Hey, what's up, Betty? It didn't meet our standards. Some of it got recalled here. Okay, so if some of it did meet the standards. Okay, well this doesn't make sense. If it doesn't meet our standards, then it's not imported anyways. So are you saying, Emrod, that the United States is right now we have these normal standards and these normal standards have now been lowered? Is that what you're saying? Okay, so we've said, all right, usually you can only put, and I'm just making numbers up. Usually you can only put 100 grams of antibiotics into meat. Okay, this meat here has 110 level of antibiotics. Okay, that's fine. We'll just let it be 110 now. That's what you're saying they're changing? They're changing like chemical standards. I'm not talking about some just general like trade protection thing. I'm talking about scientific standards because a lot of you are like, man, this meat, even China rejects this meat because it's so bad. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Or are you just saying, well, no, there's just like trade protections. It's not, it has nothing to do with the quality of the meat. It's just trade protections. Okay, so they are decreasing detection and antibiotics. If that is the case, then yeah, that's sketchy. So if there used to be a certain antibiotic level and they're now saying, that's okay, we'll let that number go up, then yeah, that's pretty sketchy. Well, I guess Matty Matt, as long as you're not poaching it off of my property, then so be it. But if you're doing that on my property, Matty Matt, you'll be on the Thanksgiving menu. Hey, Matty Matt, who wants Matty Matt's left butt cheek? Here we go. Here's our rump roast of Matty Matt. He's trying to poach some of the deer. It got pumped with it, so it could. Okay, then that's pretty sketchy then. Yeah, usually the norm is only this amount of chemicals, but yeah, we're gonna go ahead and allow this much more of chemicals. It's like, okay. But ultimately, I don't know. I don't know how well people are of how much people know this. But I mean, assuming it's not like poison, I guess let the consumer make the decision. Do you want to have a piece of meat with that much more antibiotics in it or no? I don't know. How do we even get to talking about beef? How did we get here? What was the comment or question that spurred that? I mean, that was a fun rabbit hole. Don't get me wrong. I'm not complaining. I'm just reflecting. How did we get there? Well, I mean, I would assume if it's literally rotten meat because of bacteria, I'm assuming, I could be wrong, that the store is not going to literally put out rotten meat. I would assume that's the case. USA. Well, you know what, Z3, I'm glad he shrunk that department because as somebody that's dealt with the USDA, not impressed. And that was when they had a lot of employees. Not impressed. It was weird how I could tell when I was working with the state of Iowa, aka like when I was trying to figure out some state licenses, and then the USDA with some of my CRP. And man, the length of between emails, the amount of oh yeah, I forgot about that. I'll have to get on that. Was astonishing. So yeah, I'm all for that shrinkage. I'm glad Trump poured some cold water on that. Is not rotten. Okay, so it's still safe then, or is this bacteria like harmful? And you think that will improve? You're making the same argument like throw money at a poor people situation and then that fixes it. Are you not familiar with the war on poverty and those numbers? Have you ever looked at that? Have you ever looked at like what happens to lottery winners? Have you ever looked at those statistics? Z3, where did I say they were not important? Where did I say that? I did not say they were not important. I just said I was not impressed with them. So yeah, that's a bad no. Yeah, you seem to be saying somebody that's bad at 100,000 people will just add more people and that'll improve it. You're saying something is bad and adding more is better. Gotcha, Emrod. Okay. I'm not that I'm saying it cannot possibly. I'm not saying that. I'm saying reducing it cannot possibly make it better or more efficient. Really? Because I've seen a lot of people reduce the amount of trades they make and it gets more efficient. It gets better. So yeah, again, I disagree with your logic being used. Less. Have you ever heard? You never heard less is more? Slow is fast? Again, I'm not saying it to do away with, the USD. I'm not saying that, but like as a former USD employee, more employees does not equal more. Yeah, yeah. That seems like to imply that I'm being the illogical one. I think there's some. Yeah. That's like me telling you, hey man, just make more trades. You're struggling. You're not very efficient in your trades. Go more trades. If you're a car manufacturer, is 100 plants better or 24 in terms of output? Well, I don't know. If you have 100 plants with like 2 people that work in each plant, I'll go with 24 plants that are maxed out with quality employees. Have you never heard of the law of diminishing return? Like, this is a basic economic principle. So, but here's the thing. Someone must keep an eye on these companies that are not the good guys, and it shouldn't be the government. And here's a good example of where that exists. What are what is it, Moody's? What is Moody's? That's who they are, right? Yeah. What is Moody? Okay, ticker symbol. What is the ticker symbol for Moody? Moody's ticker. MCO. Somebody tell me what Moody's does. Ticker symbol MCO. What is their job? Somebody let me know. Private company. What is their job? No, Z3, I'm going to prove you wrong right now. Just stop. You keep digging the hole deeper. A ratings agency. Agreed. What are they rating? Yeah. Oh, credit ratings. Of who? Who do they rate credits? Yeah. So if Moody's downgrades the United States, what actually happens? It's not good. It's not good. If Moody's downgrades your debt, not good. Not good. They're a third-party industry. So I reject the claim that the government needs to monitor food. Here's my world, and I'm looking for business partners. Let's just say the government's like, we're done regulating food. Here's what I'm going to do. All right, we're starting our own analytics firm. We're starting our own ratings firm. What are we going to rate? We're going to get companies to pay us to tell the consumers about their food. Yeah, it'll cost them more, but then there's going to be something that occurs on grocery shelves. You're going to have a piece of meat with no information about it. It's just a piece of meat sitting there. Then you're going to have a meat that's saying, "Hey, this is a Baboon Den nutritional facts right here. Here's your nutrition, Baboon Den." There you go. For me, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and go with the one where I know something about it. But to imply that the private market cannot take care of the food rating industry is asinine. You get some companies competing. Think about it. Think about all the cool stuff we can know about food. If companies are now competing against, oh yeah, well, if you pay us, we're gonna rate it here and here and here. Like, Well, Clay, then you could pay off the companies. The companies could be, first off, like as if you can't pay off politicians anyways, but Clay, you could pay off the companies and then have them lie. Yeah, until news breaks that this company is lying and then their stock crashes, their their board of directors goes to jail and all this sort of stuff. Like, I'm sorry. The only thing that I think the government needs, well, not the only thing. The one I don't have a plan of is like roads. I understand you could privatize it, but toll roads are so annoying. So annoying. Maybe you could say, Clay, but yeah, now there will be cameras that like, so you don't have to stop at a toll road. But I don't know if I want like a bunch of bills showing up all the time. Like, Clay, you drove on these roads, so write a check to this person. And Clay, you rode on these roads. So I don't know, roads get a little squirrely. Z3, you are quite like your argument is falling apart based on this whole argument. You're arguing that the government should regulate food, while at the same time, many people here are complaining that the one regulating food is now letting in a bunch of bad food. I don't think you understand the irony here. Like, are you unaware of the conversation? Right now, many people are saying the regulators and the government are voluntarily now letting through bad food, bad meat. But those are the people you're currently arguing for. And you seem to be saying, well, it's because there's not enough people. No, this is coming from the top. Trump was literally just tweeting about this. So this is like at the top of the thing for all these people. So I like, it's a self-defeating position right now. Imagine what would be let in with no regulation. Again, there would be private companies that would say like, hey, you imported in food. Are you going to pay to have us, give it a credit rating? No. Sketchy. To buy food with no credit rating on it? That's sketchy. Exact. Thank you, Slomaro. I'm not saying no regulation. I'm saying who regulates it. Z3, I mean, I love you, brother, but I think you argue a lot from emotion, it seems like. Again, I'm not a zero government guy. I would say smaller. I think the private, just like the credit rating, right? Could you imagine if governments like rated their own credit like debt? That'd be the dumbest thing ever, right? So you want regulation to be for-profit? Yeah, absolutely. Because do you know how like a for-profit business is going to make a lot of profit by giving good analytics to the food that they give, by not lying? They're going to make some good money. Yeah, so I definitely want profit to be involved. Just like I want greedy businesses to be involved in the college loan industry. I want greedy bankers to reject Susie Q and say, no, Susie Q, we're not going to give you a loan to go $400,000 in debt for your lesbian dance theory degree. I want greedy bankers to reject Susie Q because I want greedy bankers to want to return on their money. So they'll say, oh, you're going to get a nursing degree? Approved. Oh, you're getting lesbian dance theory degree? Disapproved. That banker's mean. No, that banker, that greed just actually was compassionate to Susie Q by not riddling her with debt the rest of her life. But the way you want it, Z3, is no, you want the government to write checks to every little kid out there that wants to go get a 4-year degree in Roman bobsledding. And then at the same time, you're also probably complaining about how the student loan debt crisis. Well, good grief. It's almost like if you let greedy private for-profit businesses dictate that stuff, we wouldn't have a student debt crisis because no kids would be going into debt for Roman bobsledding degrees. I never said anything about college education. That's why I'll jump. You're arguing for government regulation. You're arguing for government regulation. You dent. You literally just said this. You think that's better for the consumer. Or wait, you say, so you want the regulation to be for private businesses. Yes, I want private business to regulate, including regulating the student loans. Student education loans is not government regulation. It is. They are regulating who gets loans. And apparently right now, everybody gets loans. Again, you have very bad logic right now. Your argument is literally more is better. That's generally the premise here. Nice, Clay. I have a master's of liberal arts in Roman bobsled theoretical design and decorating. And I'm sure you make about $3.75 per year. Again, I understand it doesn't matter, Z3. You're I am taking your lines of logic and applying it to other things. You're failing to see this. You're like, well, I'm not talking about that thing. And I'm like, well, yes, but I'm taking your line of logic and applying it to other things to demonstrate it's wrong. That's what you're failing to see. You're displaying lines of logic. I take that line of logic and apply it to something else to, test the logic. And you're like, well, no, I'm not talking about college degrees. I'm talking about this. It's like, yeah, but the same logic applies. But yes, we've talked about that before. Greed is the most compassionate thing out there. Because greed will tell Susie Q, no, Susie Q, we're not going to let you destroy your life by riddling yourself in debt for the next 40 years because you take on this loan. But the government, sure, Susie Q, go for it. So yes, I do want for-profit businesses absolutely regulating things because they're motivated to do a good job regulating. Why? Because if they don't, their shareholders get mad and then they get fired and their business goes kaput. So yeah, I am definitely for incentives. And people wonder why the government wastes money. What incentives do they have? Who cares? Can always tell who hasn't tried to start a business. Yeah. And I agree with you on the college point about someone who's You mean like Enron? Yeah. Enron is actually a very good example of why shorting is a good thing in the market. Because I think it was shorts that eventually exposed all that stuff. Yeah, exactly. Keeping the wealth. Yeah, exactly. Like I assure you, if the loans were not backed by anybody and had to be backed by the bank itself, standards would change for the better. The only thing the private sector screwed up in 2008. Yeah, that's an interesting one. I think you can still make claims that the reason why they did do that was because of the government backdrop. Like they're like, the government will bail us out. How do I normally? It depends. I don't always use it, Jackson, but I like to keep an eye on, like, we'll call it the peaks. Like if you envision this as mountains, I like to look at the peaks because that tells you where a lot of volume has taken place, a lot of transactions have happened. But yeah, 2008, that is an interesting one for sure. And it's sorry. I'm wondering if I should take a short here. We are kissing right here. All right, yeah, maybe I do try a short here. Great conversations, though. All started with from beef. Something about beef. So in my model, I guess it would go something like this. The beef would be let in, but the food credit agencies would be like, hey, this one's kind of sketchy. This one's sketchy. Like, proceed with caution. It's sketchy. Is that a serious question, Emrod? I literally just talked about it. Are you rage baiting me? Like, it's you saying that is so close to me just talking about it that I think you might just be rage baiting. I mean, if you're not, that was just like impeccable timing. Impeccable timing. I literally just got done talking about mountain tops and valleys and stuff. Okay, that's called the volume profile. And also, and like same with military. Like I think the government's got to be involved in military. I don't know, like how does a private market take care of that? Like you have to hurt like we have to hire our own mercenaries like that. I don't know. So government and or military and roads, and I'm sure that maybe there's some other things I'd be open to, but outside of that, I think the private industry would do it more efficiently and better. Brazilian beef manufacturers started to take over U.S. beef market. Are you trying to be a troll, Mats? The mere fact you would even say that makes me think like you're trying to be thought of as a troll. The Russian model, lots of their military is quasi-private. So what, like when Russia needs them, they like hire them. So it's like there's like mercenary branches. Yeah, but I mean, even if okay, I guess is that what you're saying? Somebody attacks Russia, and Russia's like, okay, we want to. Well, kinda. Okay, well, at the end of the day, the Russian government is going to have to give money to these people somehow, right? Again, I Z3 Slow Morrow. I know his name says slow, but he's actually not slow. You continue to argue against a point that does not exist. You keep arguing for regulation. And as Slow Morrow tried to point out, that's not the crux. The point is who does the regulating? Private or government? You continue to not understand the argument. You are arguing against things that don't exist. But yeah, even from the military standpoint, so like even in the Russian model, however it works, if Russians going to put into action whatever this is, some sort of kind of private thing, well, putting them into action, I assume requires money. So where's this money coming from? Well, because governments don't have money, they only have money from the taxpayers. The taxpayers are still paying for the thing. Yeah, I like regulations. I like laws that say nobody can walk up and just like take one of my kids, or that can just walk up and hit me in the face with a baseball bat for no. I like regulation. That's not nobody here is saying regulation is bad. Now, could regulation be excessive? Who is doing the regulation? That's the arena we are in. But you are like straw manning us by saying I'm just you know. So yeah, you are arguing against yourself. All right, maybe a fake breakout here. I think I'll take a swing at it. This wants to come back down here. Put my stop right up here. Again, could be a fake breakout, more so on the 5 minute, the 50 SMA. I don't like how if I don't pay my taxes, the IRS will take. Oh, well, I like it. As a taxpayer, if you're not going to pay your taxes, well, then I appreciate they're going to get your money somehow. See, I don't have any problem with that. Please take James' boat if he's going to try to not do his part. I am short. If this is not a fake breakout, well, I'm about to have a losing trade. Hey, bag up. uh, oh, really? Stole Morrow? That's why. Yeah, that is pretty crazy. All right. Well, that one did not work. Yeah, legendary. I'm not gonna go to that's a poor line of logic that he's using. I don't know what the fallacy is, but it's some fallacy. But don't worry, legendary. We're not gonna get into that one. He's just regurgitating. Yeah, it's just yeah. He's kind of using a little bit of lottery logic on that one. Hey, chasing crypto's back after his one attempted rage bait. My buddy Kevin said, like, we would be way more enjoyable if we modeled China. What are your thoughts? Well, I don't really know a lot about how China's modeled, so I cannot speak to that. So maybe, but I like I said, I don't know how China's actually modeled. How tight? It's all depends on the chart. Props. Uh, just trying to keep your blood pressure in check. Chasing crypto, you got to do better. Like I see what you're trying to do. You're making it too obvious though. Too obvious. So that'd be my feedback. Like I understand, but you still you gotta tone it down a little bit. You're close. You're getting closer though. You're getting closer though. In China. I think we should model after the country that its people do not desire to come to the U.S. I don't know. I don't know how I don't know how Russia is modeled. Can't say I've ever studied in any amount of like worthwhile detail how China's modeled, how Russia's modeled. I mean, I know the broad talking points. China bad, Russia bad. Is anybody good right now? Seems like everybody's bad right now. Europe bad. They rip. Canada's now bad. We got to go at a trade war with that. Like everybody's just bad. It seems like. We like Bora Bora. Why have I heard of? Is that the name of a movie? Like World War II movie? Why have I heard of Bora Bora before? It's an island. Okay, okay. I think there is a movie called Bora Bora. Maybe, and I want to say it was a war movie, but that makes sense. Oh, okay. Bora Bora. I think it was a movie, a World War II video. Bora Bora movie. Or am I just crazy? Oh boy. Oh no. Nope, nope, that's not the one I was thinking of. What in the world does that cover? Huh? Okay, no, no. Okay, Bora Bora World War II movie? Okay, here. Oh, I'm thinking of Tora, Tora, Tora. Okay. You are likely thinking of the classic, dude, AI kind of creepy. The 1970 World War II historical film Tora, Tora, Tora. That's what it is. There it is. Confused with the Southern Bora Bora. Okay, all right, there it is. There we go. But there is a movie called Bora Bora. And the cover, I'm like, no, that can't be it. There's no way that my parents let me watch that movie. That is funny. That was funny. Yeah, are you gonna talk? This section is rough. This is rough. I mean, a slow grind. I mean, with pullbacks, but yet this is still only gone like 20 points. Okay, maybe I'm lying a little. Maybe like 30. This is kind of rough right now. So yeah, we're just shooting the breeze with some other stuff right now, brothers and sisters and furries. By the way, I appreciate everybody that is talking with other people. You tagging that person up front. That and all kidding aside, thank you. That is such a polite thing to do from an efficiency standpoint. Because right there, I realize you're not talking to me, you're talking to somebody else. Fantastic. I appreciate it. And I love when you guys talk amongst each other. Even if it's just a fist fight, even if it's a brotherly fist fight, so be it. I'm taking little Skelpies long at the bottom. Well, I'm not sure what bottom you're talking about, but it might be a while. Assuming you're talking about this, might be a while. I guess you could be talking about that. Might be a while. Yeah, Neil. That is fair. That's true. Okay, maybe I'll try a short up around here. That is the 200 SMA. We'll see. Yeah, I do ATM order sometimes. Right here. Look at them all. Boom, boom, boom. And then over on my NQs, I got. Let me show you my favorite ATM right there. Ducks. I don't know if that's actually it, but yeah, a bunch of the hooch. That's a good one. That's a good one. So yeah, I do use them from time to time. It was like that last night. It just went long on my last trade and let it ride up until finally hit my earn. Yeah. How long were you in the trade for? W4, how long did it take? Yeah, last night I didn't even look at the markets. It was crazy. Today is the kids' first day of we do a homeschool co-op thing. Anyways, it was their first day, and part of it is they have to do presentation. So yeah, that Monday, my job's always help with presentations. So I was doing that, but that was just my long way of saying it was a busy night. So I didn't even get to look at the markets. About 30 minutes. Okay, I mean, that's not terrible. Terrible. I mean, for me, 30 minutes would seem like a long-term investment, but in all actuality, 30 minutes. It seems like it probably could be long. It could be worse. What other spicy topics can we get into? I mean, I don't know. I don't think I offended too many people with that. I don't think I irritated anybody. My argument was just I think private companies could do regulation better. I don't think that would. I don't think. I guess maybe if somebody's like a government employee, maybe they got offended and will never be back. My, what do you sell typing lessons there, Neil? Yeah, no, that's my policy. All these conversations, if the people end up leaving, I'm not quite sure this was the place for them, anyways. Because at the end of the day, we can agree to disagree. That's fine. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. What is go? Okay. So what is the scoop with Mitch McConnell? I keep seeing like memes and stuff, but I don't even like what is going on. Like somebody explain this one to me. The Mitch McConnell stuff. I sell everything. Oh boy. Lesbian dance. Good. Thank you, Total Dork. I'm a rising wedge. I don't know. It's just yeah, probably is. But I don't like it because we're still above the 21 EMA. On the 5 minute, we're still like right above the 50 SMA. The torture algo. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. Like, I'm keep thinking, like, the past 2 weeks, how do we go down these deep rabbit trails? But it's like, well, the price action, there's just not a lot going on. A sitting senator that is not at work, and it isn't clear if he is alive. Okay, that's what I keep. Okay, that's kind of the things I got was like, is he dead or alive type of thing. But I wasn't quite sure if that was the actual thing or not. When I worked for the hospital, they had a private company grade them, and they paid for the grade they gave. Yeah, that's something that even I experience that right now. Like, what is it? Trustpilot. Like they keep emailing me. It's like in some ways that's a bit of extortion. So like I could see maybe needing yeah, something there. Like I'm not saying like things would need to be a work in progress. But yeah, but that's not quite mainstream. Right. Google reviews agree. Yeah, yeah, yep. I trust Google reviews quite a bit. But yeah, Trustpilot, even me, it's just like, wait a second. Like if I join a certain layer of things, I have more. Like it's yeah. Good job, Nathan. You trusted the rising wedge, and I scoffed at it. And the one that scoffed at the classic rising wedge is the one not making any money right now. So good job. Well played, sir. Still rejected off of 300. Yeah, 300's pretty steady right there. Yeah, I did see somebody mentioned earlier the WNBA. I did see I don't know if it's true or not, but like the NBA said no, they're not eligible for the draft. I don't know if that's real news or not because it's a publicity stunt. So I would assume the next phase is lawsuits that they're going to push it forward. Who want? No, it's not wants to be. They say they are one. Yeah, that'd be Slay. Yeah. Anyways, next question. My goal is to keep my heart rate down. In fact, I'm just going to delete that because it's so much nonsense. There we go. That's gone. There we go. That's my thoughts right there. There's my thoughts. Deleted message. I'm going to try a short up here. Looking for a short at the red line. We have some bearishness there. Some bearishness here. Let's see if we can get some more bearishness. You found some goat milk? Very good. Where'd you find it at? Selling at $2.95. Where'd you get in at? Or where do you plan on getting in at, Lisa? Did I miss that? Oh, it was funny. What was it? Friday? I think Friday I was dancing. When me and Kit were dancing, she had her little Yodo thing in here. Yeah, I got the email. Not a copyright strike, but just flat out, yeah, you can't monetize these ones. Or I think if you do monetize them, after the fact, like all the proceeds go to those two artists or whatever. So yeah, I totally got dinged on that one. The algorithm was like, no. So crazy to think that basically the entire 4-hour live stream, nope, can't monetize it because there was like 45 seconds of a song on there. It's like, all right. I knew the rules. I knew the rules of engagement. So be it. All right, now you're going to come back down. Well, no, that's how it always is. You never actually you're not going to get a copyright strike for that just because, you're just playing some music. That's true. Well, I guess I don't know that. I act as if I've gone surfing before and I realize that sometimes you miss the wave. That makes sense. I can see as a surfer, sometimes you don't always get the wave you want or the wave comes, but you miss it, I guess. Some Chinese supermarket. Very good. Have you had it yet? How is it? All right, I got to turn on the fan now. This is getting a little bit too intense. Bum, 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 bum. I'm wondering if I try this again. You can see right here, it's been honoring the 21 EMA. There, right there, a beautiful bounce off it. Can we get one more bounce? It was about 71. Yeah, all right, I'm going to try it right there. I'm going to try it there. We'll see if we can get the bounce. Oh, you haven't bought it yet. Are you serious, Slay? You got it. No way. I don't believe that. I'm not saying you're lying. I'm saying he's either lying or he's exaggerating or something's missing. There's no way that just saying the name of a song and not playing it gets you a copyright strike. No way. There's There's more to this story. All right, let's see if it wants to bounce. Like, to say a name of a song and then not play the song, you're gonna get a copyright strike for that. That's no, yeah. There's more to the story, brother. That would be crazy. What is okay? Whatever. This side actually. All right, I'm buying more. See if we can get a bouncer off the 50. There we go. What am I? Yeah, yeah. Really, I finally buy the pullback to 21 EMA, and then it just frustrating. But this action is so much garbage that, like, I wouldn't be shocked. Not that I'm expecting this, but, like, I don't think I'd be shocked if it came all the way back up here all of a sudden. I'd prefer to not play the game where we reject right off of my entry. There we go. Thank good grief. Yeah. Even trying to get out right there, it's just like, what is going on? Like, in a weird way, the action is so bad that, like, it's just like, okay, just calm down. It'll do something stupid back to the upside, and there it was. And like, oh, okay, yeah, no, there it goes. I'm not popping any tread lines. This market don't care about tread lines. They don't care about tread lines. Yes, Matt. Okay, Matt. I need a break from Matt's. I need a break. I need a break. It's weird. Okay, I won't. I won't sit. Never mind. I need a break. I need a 5 minute break from him. There we go. I think that'll be good for my mental state. It helps me. Well, good. I'm glad it helps you. I'm having trust issues with any tread line or anything like that. A tread line seems like on a day like today is just going to be there to get chopped to pieces. Look at this turd. Right back up. Thank you, Indica, you beautiful rat. Yeah, agreed. This is just, I don't know. Looks like we're going to stay in a channel. I mean, yeah, especially, obviously, the wider you make the channel. But, like, yeah, I'm not sure exactly how you're defining the channel. But, yeah, something like this, I could see us in here for quite a while. Feels like, yes, I want to take a nap for a bit. Yeah. So if the NQ is like this, I can only imagine what the ES is like. I think ES probably literally has people falling asleep at its keyboard. Oh boy. I've been trading 2 hours ago, made money now, just hanging out. All right. Glad you're here, Indica. Got 5 points out of that. Well, dang, on a day like today. About time to YOLO gold? Do it! Do it! I'll watch. You keep us posted on the YOLO for gold. I'm short, tight, stop. I might get short up here a little bit more and just throw my stop up above there. I gave up today. I think I got about 6, 7 draw. Yeah, anybody that has given up on a day like today, I don't blame you one bit. I mean, I'll be the first person to admit I'm right here. I'm here right now because I enjoy hanging out and the business reasons, right? Code Clay. But like the responsible trading reasons, yeah, it would definitely be more responsible for me to just be like, all right, I'm out of here. But again, I'm not saying that I'm only here to be a responsible trader. I am here for those other 2 reasons too. Oh, sorry to hear that, Johnny. Brace the pot. Yeah. Yeah, well, that's in a weird way, got to be a good quitter. I think that's why trading's hard, especially for I think for probably most people, but definitely I like the kind of the American mindset. It's just like, nah, we'll figure it out. Don't never give up, never surrender. It's like, well, no, you want to be good at surrendering. In trading, that's like one of the areas of life where it's no shame in being good at surrendering. In fact, that's a good thing. Be good at giving up. That's a good thing. You know, if you're wrong in a trade, just give up. All right, I was wrong. Just cut the loss. Give up, surrender. I thought you've already been here before, Sweaty. I could have sworn I've seen your name before. Trading is basically being a good quitter, correct? Yes. Or as I argue in the Thursday night webinar, be a good loser. Gotta be a good loser. All right, I think I'm going to try along here. Let me just show you the 5-minute. We have the VWAP. We have the 200 SMA sloping up. So I don't know, right around 50-ish. Okay, going to try along here. If it dumps, I'll probably... Okay, I could have bought it VWAP, and it's my own fault if it wants bounce right off VWAP. But like I said, I'm trying to play that 5-minute more so. So I get it, this seems kind of random, but it makes sense over on the 5-minute. I've been lurking, but haven't been. Okay, so I'm not crazy. I could have sworn I've seen that name before. But yeah, you're welcome to hang out. All are welcome. All are welcome. Not all are welcome to stay, but all are welcome. And then, you know, we're not going to kick you out unless you build up a rap sheet for yourself. My VWAP is at 266. I don't know. The VWAP is the great mystery. Cheers, Katie. A flat VWAP is like a doormat. Oh, I mean, in what sense? Doormats can be used to greet you. Doormats can be used to clean off muddy feet. Doormats can be used strictly for decoration. What are you saying? What are you saying, Neil? Your analogy is too, or your metaphor. Or wait, it's a simile. Similes use like, right? Oh boy. Similes use like or as. Is that what it is? Yes, a simile uses like or as. Okay, so you're using a... Explain the simile here. Easier to go through. Not saying it will, just increase likelihood. Easy to go through. I don't know, man. I think you get a doormat. You gotta. All right, well, that's canceled out. So in this situation, it literally bounced right off VWAP. So, and then here's what that looks like over on the 5-minute. Came down, and my order was like a little bit below. I was trying to kind of play right in between these areas, but nope. Yeah, doormats. Okay, yeah, it gets walked. I don't know. I think the simile could have been better. Oh, man. Random. Aldi. Great grocery store. If you have an Aldi's by you, get there. Get there. All right, maybe this will be some kind of long. They have this pineapple and jalapeno jelly that I'm trying right now. Oh, it's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Come on down, brother. Let's get a long trade here, brother. It's my wife. I mean, they're who kept me alive back in school. They're 20. What was it? 27 cents, 25 cents is a box for mac and cheese. Given that's like basically all I ate in college was mac and cheese. It was cheap, but sometimes I'd splurge. Sometimes I'd actually buy some broccoli that I could throw in the mac and cheese. So I mean, I was living the high life. Yeah, Costco's got. But for whatever reason, Costco does not have everything that my wife likes. So she usually her Costco trips up to Des Moines also include a swing through Aldi. But then this on Saturday when did the Top Golf thing, Top Golf's also up in Des Moines area. Afterwards, we had a little date, to Aldi. Woodman's, nope, never heard of Woodman's. Hmm. Hmm. Let me Google this number real quick. Nah, I don't know if that's just a spam number. It might be. We'll let them leave a message. Dang, you could afford protein like tuna to add? Crazy. What a baller. What a baller. Oh, it was romantic for sure. Ew, that was kind of important then. Oh geez, not the protein. Do you leave the younger kids with the older kids? Yeah, we're to the point now where we can leave them behind with the older ones. I do need to get better with date nights. Yeah, you guys got to start reminding me on that. I can definitely improve in that regard. It's hard though, because Fridays we like the kids like movie night, and we like to do stuff as a family. And then Saturday nights are just they're always just kind of crazy. First time I went fishing, I caught a half-eaten fish. Well, did you eat the other half, James? I'm 9 and 10, so I basically have no sitters. Well, yeah. If I know what you mean. You mean adult time, as if like leaving the premise. But I mean, at least you get adult time when they go to bed. Yeah, yeah. You're right, Zach. It is kind of. It is kind of like that when you stop thinking about. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm zoning out, but I'm also trying to think, but also think. Do I want to take this trade? Because to be fair, it is doing a good job of just maintaining this 200 SMA, maintaining the VWAP here. So, well, probably too late now, but are you trying to get banned, KD? Like if you want to well not ban, are you trying to get a timeout? I'll send you to the timeout room. If I mean, I'll give you 60 seconds. Terrible price act. Yeah, I think again, price action is in the eye of the beholder. There are some people out there that love this price action. Myself, sounds like many of you are not those people. But yeah, one trader's turd is another trader's gold bar. And that's yeah, to me this is pretty turdish price action, but who knows, maybe some of you are here. But there's no doubt in my mind that there are some traders in the world that are like, no, this is not turd, this is gold. Look at this thing popping up. I was on the 2 minute chart. Okay, so here's Sam, the guy that's the general contractor. He just had his 20-year anniversary. My 20-year anniversary is coming up next month. And guy's wife posts on Facebook, "Oh, Sam, so great. He booked family pictures for the 20-year." And then I was talking to him yesterday, like, dude, you're making me look bad. Like, you don't. What's up with that? He's like, yeah, usually I'm not that good at stuff like that. And then he threw in like, well, yeah, I thought going back to the spot where we got married to now having family pictures taken there 20 years later I was like, dude, that's a good idea. Dang, that's a good idea. Yeah, that's not my wheelhouse. I would have never have thought of something like that. No, not Sam I am, just Sam. Yeah, it is a great idea, wasn't it? And if I'm being honest with myself, I don't think I would ever come up with that. So yeah, I was like, dang. What are we gonna do for our 20-year anniversary? Well, right now we're gonna go out to Arizona for a couple days. I don't know. We'll do so. We just got to get the house done. We got to just get the house done. I was telling Sam yesterday. I'm like, dude, I can't wait to have my wife back where like the house stuff is off her mind. If you've ever gone through like a custom home build, you can probably relate. Like there are so many decisions and considerations and this and that and this and that. It's just one of those things where like I can see the value of just like a cookie cutter thing. Like here's what you get. Maybe you can choose from like three different things, but that's it. But they're like, okay, well, what kind of door hinges do you want? And then you look and there's 8 million different door hinges. It's like, oh. Anyways, we'll do something good for our 20-year. I don't know what that is, but we both kind of agreed. It doesn't need to be like right, like on the date. Because we got to just get this house built and finished. You go get some candles, some kind of dinner, and you have a date in the house. I mean, she would probably like that. If I just broke out some candles. All right, I'm going to try a long down here. And if it comes back down here, I'm going to take a swing at it. Has your wife ever traded? No. Okay, here we go, maybe. That green line turns blue, I'm in. Cool, Slay. Congrats. All right, here we go. Maybe. Maybe. Can bounce from here once. 5 minute looks interesting. 5 minute looks like this could be a bottom of a range, like a new kind of choppy range. So we'll see. Are you going to fill me? Thank you. All right, I'm filled. Let's see what happens. Are you serious? The note auction? Oh wow, we need to be paying attention to those. Okay, well, it doesn't seem like it's too crazy. Well, I guess this is not the bottom of a range. I thought maybe a range was starting, but maybe not. All right, I'm out. Oh my goodness. Well, for anybody that was like, no, Clay, no, this is not the bottom of a channel. This channel is about to break down. Congrats. You were right. I was wrong. I mean, you're welcome. Just so you know, Katie, you're welcome to keep posting what you are. But I'm not sure many people necessarily care about that here, just because none of us. Well, okay. I don't think very many of us are first off swing traders, and you keep talking about how this is a swing trade model. Again, you're welcome to type that stuff. I don't know how much effort it takes, but just an FYI, I'm not sure how big the audience is here for that sort of stuff when it's a swing trade model and it's like SPY and stuff like that. But yeah, again, you are welcome. You are welcome to do so. But if your fingers are over there like breaking a sweat as you type all that up, yeah, you probably don't necessarily need to do that. So is this a short here, like a back test and go? Like, is this kind of the so there? If that represents VWAP, is this now going to be one of these kind of comes up here, the back test and go? Goodness, I can't wait until Nvidia has earnings. So Matt stops talking about Nvidia. Every other message about Nvidia's earnings. Holy smokes! For my mental sanity, please Nvidia have earnings. So Matt stops talking about your earnings. Please, please, just can you? In fact, can you move up your earnings, Nvidia? Does anybody have any hookups with Nvidia? If yes, can you just reach out to them and be like, listen, is there any way you could just have earnings like right now? No, they have earnings tomorrow. I did or coming. I did not know that. Nope. Nope. First time I've heard it. It's gonna no. You're just in the Nvidia cult. That's all. And I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked. I'll ask the wife, but I think the response would not be PG. Trish G, I think you might be a little behind in the discussion, maybe. Maybe not. I'm not sure. Oh, she's at Nvidia. Okay, yeah. Well, just ask her. Be like, hey, baby cakes. 5-year happens tomorrow. Roger that, Greg. Absolute garbage. Pulls down there. Not even a little bit. It's chop, 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 chop. I get right there. Zero chop at all to even give me a chance at a scalpy scalp. Okay, fine. I'm doing it. It's not my fault. The market makers have chosen me today. I'm the lucky one. I don't know. The only thing I know is that Mats is absolutely obsessed. Obsessed. Seems like, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should just be getting short. At the MA cross. We're all right here. Yeah, that's true. I should have gotten short there. Do I try a long right there? Come down a little bit more. Decisions. So you have 200. I don't know. This is what today's been brutal. Absolutely brutal. At days like this, it is just. If only I knew when Nvidia earnings were. If I knew when Nvidia earnings were, that would help out a lot right now. Does that? I wish we would talk a little bit more about Nvidia. It'd be great. It'd be great if somebody could speak a little bit more about Nvidia earnings. I think that's the one thing missing from this equation right now. A lack of Nvidia talk. GameStop, anyone? Is GameStop even around anymore? Oh, how's Bitcoin doing today? I helped one of the guys yesterday put in a limit order. I explained a limit order and I was like, here, let me help you put one in. He put it at 84 or 84 450. Oh, nope. Okay. Yeah, so we were kind of looking at him like, okay, well, you can tell there's some resistance right here around the 79 mark. So maybe it can push up to... I guess I don't remember what chart we were looking at. Anyways, no, his limit was not hit today. What does earnings mean? It's just when a company reports how they're doing to their shareholders. Because part of being a publicly traded company is you have to keep the public notified of things. So earnings is just one of the the 4 times a year, where basically the company is like, hey, because we're publicly traded, we have to publicly disclose the money we're making, all that sort of stuff. And they do that 4 times a year. I was joking with you, mate. Okay, well, thanks for now letting me know. But if just in case anybody didn't know what earnings were, there you go. There you go. No, I don't watch it. I don't even watch Bitcoin. I'm curious now a little bit about Bitcoin. I'm cheering for Bitcoin to go up because a couple of the workers, have some Bitcoin that they have, and the one was just, I was trying to explain kind of scaling out and stuff like that, and then but how do you? I was like, oh, well, you can just do like a limit order. What's a limit order? Oh, cool. I was like, well, here, open up your app. Let me show you how. I'd love to help you. So he's like, okay. So now, yes, that's really the only reason why I even thought to look at Bitcoin. Hey, do you drink wine? I mean, I have drank it, but like, when is the last time I've had wine? Oh, I don't know. That is a very good question. One that I do not have an answer to because it's been a while. Calling it here. All right, CDP. Went from when? When did XRP just now like jump? That would be a big jump. XRP. Oh wow, yeah. Holy smokes, that is a big jump. There we go. XRP folks. Clay a beer. No, I try not to drink my calories kind of person. I make about 500 bottles. Cool. Cool. How many grapes do you need to make 500 bottles? When someone is complaining, wants some. Oh, is that what they were setting me up for? Is that what M Kim was setting me up for? Offering me some cheese with my wine? If you want to see a big look, get ZEC. Oh no. Oh boy. What is ZEC? Zk. Is this a stock or is this okay, this is a crypto? Yeah, what is the volume on this sort of stuff though? Is this even like tradable? And we will not. A pickup load of grapes does it. I'm sorry, does one bottle or does 500? And I'm going to try a short here if it comes back down. Going to try a short at the red line. Going to move my order up a little bit. I might try the short right there. I guess I'll go either one. Either one. Okay, I am short. Let's see if she wants to roll over. My smooch trade would have worked. In what direction? Because on the 5 minute, it never would have hit the smooch point. All right, what are we going to do here, brother? Okay, Matt, you're yeah, I forgot. You're limited to like 3 questions a live stream. You're at like 35 questions right now. Oh my goodness. Like okay, it is totally a clay fade day at this point. Whatever I do, just do the opposite. I've been eating it with you all. Yeah, this is just stupid. Come on. What am I doing? I'm such a greedy just pig. Like that was oh, this is the like these are such bad trades that they turn like the market is so bad that I'm making bad trades, but the market's just like it bails me out. Like I because what why think that this thing whatever I don't even know. This is just crazy. Like the mere fact I just let it go up against me like that, and then it just came down in one candle. It's just like, yeah, why wouldn't it on a day like today? Your real accounts. So you're trading them in what, like eval accounts or just flat out demo accounts? HR. What do you define as real accounts, quote unquote? I want to get back short again. I mean, because this does seem to be somewhat of a downtrend. Like, but this actually, this could just go straight back up. I would not be shocked. Oh, okay. So the accounts where you put your own cash in them. Gotcha. Okay, so even if you have a prop account that's a pro account or funded, whatever your prop firm calls it, you still wouldn't call that a real account. Markets making tripping us with engulfing. Market makers tripping us with. Well, it's not the market makers. The market makers don't make the candles. The market makers, the buyers and sellers make the candles. To get your lingo right. There we go. I like that. Market participants. That's a very good way of saying it. I'll back that statement. I think there's still human people. I mean, like, there's still some people on the stock exchange and stuff. Very few, but yeah, there's still guys out there yelling, running around. Yeah, I mean, I really, granted, I'm speaking with hindsight, but when I got out, I mean, why not? Why would I have not just held? Why, like, to think that Clay, you're ultimately right. It's gonna roll back over, but it's just everything's just weird today. Yeah, exactly. Z3. Yeah, you're right. Agreed. It's just it's kind of one of those days for sure. I actually think Matt's 82. I think you're a bot. That's what I think. I think you're an experimental bot. You're more of an advanced one, but still a bot. That's my thoughts, and I'm sticking to it. Like, okay, Matt's because here's my thoughts. Let's just pretend that we had a meetup, and then you showed up to the meetup. It's like, are you gonna be the guy that's like, okay, I gotta go to the bathroom, and you're like gonna follow me to the bathroom, and like there's 30 urinals, so I just pick a random, and all 30 are open, by the way. I pick one. Are you the dude that's gonna come stand right next to me at the urinal and be like, hey, you want to talk about Nvidia? Is that you? Like that's the vibe I get. Am I wrong? And then he dodges the question. See, I think I don't know, man. I don't know. There's something here. I mean, you have something better. I'm okay. That's fair. That's fair. No, good job, Zach. How can I prove I'm not a bot? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, that. Yeah, the reason why I don't know how to trade anymore this afternoon. Deadeye Dave's got it. It's Nvidia's fault. It's Nvidia's fault. That's it. Can you imagine? Can you imagine if I just waved the white flag and stopped out there to then see this? That would have probably been bad. Probably been bad. Okay, it would have been bad. It would have been bad. Let me stop lying to myself and all of you. Let's eliminate that word probably. Oh, let's see here. I mean, this is an interesting area down here. Is this where the stream? Yeah, stream started. What? Right around, like here ish. Yeah. I would have been around. Oh. You're up 30? All right, Emrod. Usually how my bad trades go, I stop out and it turns in the right direction I was looking for, yeah. That's not necessarily a deal breaker for me, but like this. It's like turning your direction and then just continuing. And then after it continues more. Those are the ones that really can be triggering for me. Like if it goes a little bit in my direction and then chops around, it's like, okay, whatever. But like these ones, man, that would have been bad. That would have been bad. As a reminder, though, the take profit trader deal is ending tonight, and I do believe them as they've extended it. So let me. Yeah, last chance. I'm looking at the email again, but today's the final day in all bold. I do believe them on that. So yeah, tonight at midnight, I think Pacific time, it's going to end, and it is a genuine good deal. So if you have ever thought about Take Profit Trader or you want to load up on some more accounts, now is definitely the time. Code Clay if you want to get the discount, 50% off, and then no activation fee. 3-day test or 3-day to pass. Now on the test instead of 5. Because I'd hate to see it tomorrow where someone's like, wait, what? I didn't know about the deal, or wait, it's over? It is over. Or it'll be over tomorrow. So yes. Hence the tag post their last day. And the nice thing about Take Profit Trader is they are subscription. So if you buy an account right now, and let's just say you buy it and then you blow it up today, then a month from today it'll reset for you, but it'll reset at the 50% off price, which is good. So that is what's nice about at least Take Profit Trader, and maybe other prop firms do it that way too. Each account is technically a subscription, so whatever you lock it in at right now, that carries through to the life of the account until you pass it. So just something to keep in mind. And again, I know some prop firms, like literally every other week, they're doing a different deal or different that. And that's one thing I appreciate about Take Profit Trader is they're just like, yeah, we're running a discount, but like their 40% off discount went for what, like 3 months, where it's just at 40% off. And then, all of a sudden 50%, and then it'll be gone. It'll be gone until probably, my guess, again, no inside information, but my guess would be until maybe Black Friday is their next deal, which is still a ways away. So now is truly the time. With code Clay, all caps, like I said, if you want to get the deal and help support the stream. All right, I'm getting long here. I like these hammers. Let's see these hammers now deliver some upwards movement. Back-to-back hammers. Okay. Hopefully it doesn't need 3 hammers in a row, because that means I'm going to have to sit through some pain here. No. Thank you, Neil. I don't know about Qatar. Let me check that real quick. That might not. You do not want to see your country on this list, by the way. I'm going to refresh the page here just to make sure. Where's Q? QRS. Oh, sorry. Sorry, yep. They are not available in Qatar. For you could try, if you want, right here, Funded Next. Maybe they seem to be more of an international presence. So Funded Next, code Clay. That could work. You dirty rat. Why? Yeah, why would I think that I could? I had that one trade today. One trade that actually was very smooth sailing. Other than that, everything has been just. Okay, I'm going to add more, though. Because now, look at that. 3 potential. If I can get filled there, we're looking at 3 hammers in a row. Come on. Come on. Okay, added. Let's go. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Go. This is beautiful. 3 hammers in a row. Each of them has higher lows. Keep going. Okay, took one out. Or my first. Well, I'm glad I got those out. But yeah, this. You got. Are you kidding me? Oh my goodness. Do I add again here? Add back in because I'd be looking at another amazing candle if it comes back up there. Yeah, I am. I'm going to add back in there. Again, if I can get filled, it'll be another hammer with yet another higher low. Come on. Five-minute nice hammer. Neil, don't tell me what to do. Stop. There's nothing more annoying than that. Add here. Or are you just letting us know that you added here? Let me be fair. Maybe you're not talking to me. So obnoxious. Like, just, ugh. Hey, Clay, got a few scalps today, but haven't really stayed in a trade long. Yeah, no, that would make sense. Come on. Look at all these hammers. Just bounce up a little bit more than that. You just got pummeled. Is that really all the bounce you're going to give? Again, in no way am I expecting this thing to retest these highs or anything like that. But surely it would want to have bounced more than it did right there. Again, looking to add some more at the green line. Okay, added. Come on now, let's go. What is MNQ? No, MNQ is a futures contract. Come on, go. Okay, there we go. Dude, okay, I don't know if I can put up with much of this. Push. Okay, I have 4 left. Let's just let these last work for me. Probably stupid because it's so choppy. I would assume it's going to come down and just take me out. Wait. No. Not buy. Sell. Sell. I want to sell here. There we go. Take another one out there if it wants to get up to the 21 EMA. All right, and out. So I guess that one worked fine, but whatever. I still think it should come up a little bit more, at least to the 21. But man, to have this sort of action right here and then get absolutely zero follow through, that would have been like a form of gaslighting. Like I don't know how to read a chart at all. Nothing that normally works anymore. So yeah, but even this is still disappointing. There's still hope for it. Like I could still be in and give this thing a chance, but I lost. I'm like, you know what? No, I want to take risk off the table, get my stop in, and it is what it is. But yeah, if this thing does come down and violate these lows, like that's pretty brutal. Because this was a very interesting looking chart. When you stop and really think, 3 hammers in a row, each one of these hammers, higher lows, higher highs, and then like that movement right there is the most that yielded. That's pretty rough. Patterns don't work anymore? Of course, sure they do. Sure they do. Let's not throw the bathwater out with the baby. Are you seriously gonna just wow? Again, to be fair, I could see people having their stops here, so I don't think they're necessarily stopped. But if it goes through this low, that's where you got to start to wonder. Wow, all these longs that again I was long. I can see why they would be long to think they're about to get knocked out. No, I need some water. I think that's maybe what. I'll be right back. It's all cloudy out all of a sudden. Like there's not supposed to be any rain, is there? No, just clouds. Okay, all right. Just want to make sure. Oh, okay. Literally just cloudy. Okay. Like I kind of want to try along again, just because this is a low. It's been a low. It's kind of, but I don't know at this point. I mean, wow. Okay. If I was writing textbooks, and then in the pattern section, subset bear flags. That's a bear flag, boy. Even if I make money in this range, I'll give it all back. I don't know what I'm even laughing at. That sounds like no confidence in yourself, Neil, you dirtbag. Even if I make money in this range, I'll give it all back if and when it breaks. Like, I don't. What are you doing, Neil? Have some confidence in yourself, you dirt rat. You ratty piece of dirt. What are you doing? Have some dignity, sir. Have some dignity. Do the nerd. I don't even know what I just did. I blacked out for a second. Can somebody explain the last 15 seconds to me? I blacked out. I don't even know what I said, Neil, so don't worry about it. Don't take anything. 5 hammers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I could see 5. Okay. Did they, though, or is that what they want you to think? See, that's what I mean. I think, okay, Matt's is the bot. Why do I keep talking to a bot? NVIDIA earnings, oh my goodness. The NVIDIA earnings table of contents came out. That's a joke, right? Is that Ben? Are you pouring on the kind of like NVIDIA joke that we got going on right now, or is that serious? If it's serious, man, you just added to the lore that's been going on today. Sorry, I got a buddy just sending me all the news on the tariff stuff. Yeah, I mean, seeing what I'm seeing here, I can't say I blame Canada for like, nah. We're just gonna go ahead and I will never dip to the level of Matt. Thank you, Ben. Okay, I don't know what the difference was. I'm open to feedback because it's not like the chat has been totally quiet. But today's stream is like, I swear I've been here for 10 hours and it's 3 hours right now. Yesterday I was like, dang man, it's been like 30 minutes and I looked up and it was like 3 hours and 15 minutes. I'm like, so I wonder what the difference is. What do you guys think? Why does it seem like today's stream, is it, maybe the action is just that bad? It's got to be the price action. The chart, yeah, maybe it's got to be. Because the conversations have been fine. It's not like, I don't know if it was quite as spicy as yesterday, but it's not like the chat box has been dead or we haven't talked about anything interesting. But holy smokes. Again, just on the spirit of being totally transparent and honest, that time is crawling. I think you woke up this morning wanting to hang out. Nah, that's plausible, but I feel that way every day. But some days it certainly gets to that point quicker. Like today, it is taking forever to get to that point though. Like yesterday, it got to that point so quick. It was weird. No, but yeah, I think it's just the market. It's just like, I don't know. I mean, again, a heart rate monitor would reveal a lot. Am I sitting here actually stressed? I really am not. I should do a heart rate monitor. I think you guys would be impressed. I think some people would be absolutely shocked to see like a heart rate that is doing nothing. Yet I'm sitting here like, no, no, tariffs do this, and I don't know what we're talking about, and no, protein is this, and what were we talking about? Oh, who should be regulated? Like, some people are like, Mommy, why is this man so angry? And then like my heart rate monitor would be like, so I'm actually not stressed. Like things are actually good. We are building a house. We figured out countertops yesterday, which in a weird way was kind of a stressor for me because without the countertops, that was holding up a bunch of other color decisions. And we're kind of getting to the point where we need those decisions because we're getting that far. So like it's actually really good. It's actually a very stress-free spot to be in. But yeah, do I embellish the frustration? Yes, I am. As always, I'm doing a little bit of. But yeah, I'm not. It's just I think it's just the market. That's what it's got to be. Like my real life is actually doing very well right now. Trim starts next week. Countertops figured out. It's beautiful weather, not raining, so it's not like I'm bummed out about the rain. Okay, and then legendary. Your gaslighting is not good. I'm not quite sure how else to put it, other than your gaslighting needs some work. But a heart rate monitor would reveal quite. I think a lot. I think not really you, but I think the people that have come through and like, dude, like who legitimately think I'm upset or stressed, like I think they would feel not think they would feel very scammed because they would just be looking at the heart rate monitor and being like, wait a second, I don't think this dude's as bothered as what it maybe he is reflecting. Again, legendary, you got your gaslighting is not good. I'm literally telling you all the reasons why I'm not stressed, and you're like, man, you seem stressed. So like, I can tell you're either gaslighting or you. Okay, three things. You're either gaslighting, or you either just missed out on a portion of the conversation, or you're just stupid. It's one of those things. I don't think you're stupid. So, but I can see. I don't know. Maybe you had a work call, so you missed a bit of the conversation. So either a work call and you missed some context, or you're just gaslighting. Because I don't think you're stupid. I should. I gotta look into it. No, I can't though. That reveal that'll because I think some people here like I think you like people certain are like watching like, oh man, I love when this guy just gets stressed out of his mind and upset and irritated. And then if they see like my heart rate not fluctuating at all, they're gonna be like, wait a second, this dude's not mad. Wait, all right, I'm out. You scam me. We are getting some very important data at 2:30. We are. What are we getting at 2:30? What are we doing at? Oh, we are. Hey, Caribou. Okay, now that's actually kind of spicy. Like nobody has been talking about this 2/3. Like for example, if the Fed is going to make an announcement, people are constantly talking about the Fed because it is like that's very important. But nobody has talked about anything in 2:30, and then all of a sudden Alfonso's like, "Okay, Alfonso, what are we talking about here? We're getting some very important data news today at 2:30 that might speed up the market." It's with Ronnie. It's with commissions factored in. Yeah, pretty much, Phil. Yeah, it's almost like you've been here before, Philly. Where did Alfonso go? What in the world? Look at this. What are we doing with our lives? Huh? What is this? Just like make a move. I don't even care if you violate the bear pennant that we have right now, but like just make a move. Consumer dude, they don't put consumer confidence out at 2:30. What? Like CPI? CPI is an 8:30 a.m. thing. Okay. Okay. What calendar are you looking at, Alfonso? What are we doing with our lives? Econ calendar. What are we doing? What are we doing? How did I get here? There's nothing at 2:30. You what? My bad. That was at 8. How did I get here? What life choices have I made to land myself in this position right here, right now? What have I done? How did I get here? It's third grade. My teacher says, "Little clay trader, where do you see yourself 35 years from now?" Well, teacher, I see myself just, I don't know, teacher. Not in a good spot, teacher. Not in a good spot. I'm kidding, Alfonso. I love you, brother. Just trying to provide some entertainment right now, because we are. I think we're all in a spot where like, can something happen? And maybe I brought a chuckle. If I brought even a slight chuckle, like if I got any of your vocal cords to just vibrate even a little bit for a slight chuckle, then you know what? Today was a successful day. But Alfonso, I'm not upset. It's fine. In fact, I'm glad you did that because it provided me an attempt to try to be funny. Good. Again, like I said, even if I got a slight chuckle from any of you, that was all worth it. Alfonso, think about it, Alfonso. You and I, we combined to, give somebody a slight chuckle, which what? Laughter releases, is it that endorphins? So we had even though if it was just like a milligram, which to be fair, a milligram might be a ton of endorphins. I don't know. But even a microgram, think about it, Alfonso. You and I combining for that, even if we cause one person here to have a microgram of endorphins released into their systems because they chuckled a little bit, it's a good day. All right, here we go. I'm going to try this short. See if we can get a rejection here off of the 21 EMA. This will be my stop. Okay, I'm short. Those are my targets. Either this bear. Okay, if this is a channel, okay, fine. Just come down here and test the channel again. If you're like a bear pennant, great. Well, I would love to see a breakdown of the bear pennant. But I don't think I'm crazy to think chop, 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 chop. I don't think I'm crazy to think that this thing might chop down here. I don't think that makes me a brilliant person. I don't think that also makes me. I think that makes sense because we have been chopping. So I'm just banking on the fact that maybe we can get some more chop down to there again. You know what? I'm going to take risk off the table too. There we go. Either chop down right now or I'll just get out. There we go. Very simple premise. Okay. Hit me right there, brother. Come on. Oh, don't you do that. Don't you even thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. Mommy, this man's scaring me. I should. Don't, dude. Don't. Okay, dude, what am I doing with my life? What am I doing with my life? Okay, all right. Wait. Welcome to the world of voices. What did I say? I'm like, oh, I don't think I'm crazy for it to chop down here. But see, part of the chop is, well, it comes down here and then comes right back up. So me acting like it did something crazy there is unjustified. That's a confirmation bias on my part. Like, I am trying to play the victim, and it did exactly what I thought. And I decided to only take off one. So that was a very bad trade. I should have taken at least probably 3 or 4 off and then done what I did with the stop loss. Because at that point, maybe I get the crack down and I'm still going. But to think I took off one at like a spot where it chopped back up, and then I sit here and like, oh, I can't believe it chopped back up even though it's been chopping for the past 2 hours. It's like, okay. So that was actually me That was the I don't know, the victim card confirmation bias in full effect right there. So yeah, that was I have nothing. I can't sit here and play like woo. It's like, dude, it came down to the channel and came back up. That was actually a really, really good entry on my part. Very happy with that entry. But terrible trade management. Should have definitely done more down at the bottom of the channel. Why I decided to only take one off at a very legitimate bounce point? Well, because I'm an idiot. That'd be the answer to that question. I could probably, I could and probably should try another short here. Again, if it comes down here and then just take more off, but I don't know. Because if this thing all of a sudden curls up, it's just, today ain't it. Today is not, okay. And don't lie. Do not humor me. Do not humor me. I appreciate maybe some of you might be tempted to just give me this number I asked just because you're literally like trying to be a good friend. You're like, it's not really, but I know it'll probably make him feel better. Don't do that. Is anybody else like you've watched me express myself in the word, but does anybody else maybe like having a similar day to me? Give me a 5. Is anybody else having a similar day to me? Like where you kind of feel like I'm feeling and their trading's kind of, is anybody, again, don't give me it if it's not true though. Okay, that does make me feel better. Do not gaslight me. I appreciate like, well, I'll tell them that because it'll be nice. No, I'm not asking anybody's niceness. All right, at least there's like 5 of us. That's good. I blew 3 evals past 2 days. Candlestick. Okay, I appreciate I don't know what 4 means, but I appreciate the honesty, Candlestick. Long the channel here? I probably should. Like if this is still the channel, I probably should. Probably should. Okay. This is still a sideways channel. I'm going to try the long here. Okay, I'm long. Now you can bounce, ideally. Let's see if it wants to come on up. Dude, this act just trying to add some more at the green line. Which is stupid. Which is stupid. Don't do that, Clay. Come on. Come on. All right, I gotta just put my stop there. I can't average myself down into oblivion. Whatever. I want to keep averaging down. I can't do that. That would be bad. That's how I cook the account here late day. But yeah, you better believe I wanted to just start averaging down. Mainly because this action is such garbage that, like, surely it's not going to be any sort of beautiful continuation. Because, like, beautiful continuation doesn't seem to exist today. So my thought was, well, I'll average it down for my price and it'll chop back up where I can get out. But all it takes is for that not to be the case, and then account is toast. And I don't want it. Yeah, that'd be not good. I'll be right back. That's kind of weird. What do I hear? I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. Just seeing my property tax dollars go to work. It was a street sweeper. I'm like, what is that? Like just a sweet street sweeper. Oh, Foreman, I'm having a better day than you? Oh, man. You're kind of having a rough day, huh? I'm long, stop is 90. Down here. All right, we'll see what happens. I don't know why. It's for some reason, even if you're not here yesterday, but the Monday before yesterday was a terrible day. One of the probably like top 5 worst live streams I've had. Just terrible trading, gave back a bunch of gains, blah, 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 blah. But for some reason, this even feels worse than that day. Like just the action and everything. All right, see. So my averaging down looks like it would have been just fine, but it's just that one time where it doesn't work, and yeah. Oh yeah, totally should have averaged down. It would have been just fine. Got the 5-point y-axis. Okay, buddy. All right, brother. Ooh. Ooh, I've always liked Stan Drunkenmiller. Anyone who says we don't have to cut entitlements is lying. We either cut them now or we're going to cut them later. But if we cut them later, it's going to be much more painful. Hey, somebody's speaking honestly. Wait, is he a politician? Well, no, I said what he was saying was honest. Of course he's not a politician. Yes. See? There, we finally have some actual truth out there. Right here. I like the name of his opinion piece. Let the bond market talk. That's right. Finally, somebody's saying something. Somebody addressing the elephant in the room. Oh, then it goes behind the Wall Street subscription paywall. Is anyone out there actually still looking for more? Okay, I'm gonna try a trade down here. At this point, I'm going. There's a pivot point here. This is what I'm doing. Yeah, this could be maybe like a bounce point right around here, but that's where I'm going. Both Besant and Warsh worked under him. Oh, really? That's funny. The one thing that a politician could never say, yeah, we're gonna have to. Can you imagine running on the platform? We're gonna cut entitlements. That seems like a very, even though it's the honest thing, not the winning platform. Which in a weird way is why our system is kind of messed up. Because our system rewards people just not telling the truth. So here's the steelman argument, I guess, for dictatorship. Let's just say it was the dictatorship and like nobody had to worry, like they can just kind of do it again. I'm just saying, like in this situation, like I think a dictatorship could make a argument in this category over it, right? Because politicians, like, you can't be honest or else you won't get elected. But if it's like, no, I'm in charge regardless, I'll just say the truth and the truth is the truth. And I don't have to worry about it backfiring on me. Dang. It's an interesting thought experiment. I'd take a dictatorship over a fake democracy any day. Yeah, I suppose the question there it's like, yeah, but is a dictator somebody like in your camp or not, right? I guess the way to kind of maybe illustrate that would be like, okay, dictator Trump or dictator Camilla Harris. You know what I mean? I'm sure some people would be like, hey, no, I'm behind a dictatorship. Other people would be like, yeah, but that's what I mean. It's like, again, this is why dictatorships are still obviously very risky. It's like, yeah, well, like whose version of truth? Kamala Harris's version of truth or Donald Trump's truth? You know what I mean? Okay, I guess you're not going to come down here. At least for now. Fine. Doesn't work in the long run. Well, I don't know if I totally agree with that. Because doesn't China have a dictator? And don't they just flat out say, or wait, do they call him president? Oh, wait, it is. I don't know. What do they call? What, Xi? Is that his name over in China? He's a dictator, isn't he? I could be wrong, but I think there's a difference. I don't think like dictator therefore means communism. I think you could have a dictator, but still not use communistic principles. But I don't know. I'm not sure if that's true. Okay, maybe historically they've gone hand in hand, but like they don't necessarily logically need to be hand in hand. Last time we had this kind of candle right up, got a nice roll over here. I don't know, does that happen again? I'm gonna try it. I'm trying to go with the trend. I think the trend is officially down now on the 2 minute here. This seems like a downtrend, but hey, we'll see what happens. Okay, I'm in. Okay, that's enough. Okay, risk is off the table. Let's see if this thing wants to dump or not. If it doesn't, it'll be a small winner. Come on, get down there and hit those targets. Come on. Just trying to decide. Yeah, let's just bleed a little bit more. Let's just bleed a little bit more. Thank you. Thank you. Come on. Just in case there's like some weird spike. Not that I'm thinking there'll be a spike, but you never know, just in case. Come on, get down through these lows. Could get spicy. Come on. No, I'm not that smart. Trucking for dividend. I'm just not that smart. Come on. At least hit that next target. Like, right. If it hits this will feel like a good solid trade. If this target's hit. But, like, right now, I only have one target hit. And it seems like it doesn't seem like I'm being crazy for this one. Because this one doesn't require it. Thank you. All right. That is helpful. Still have work to do, though. I think if it can break right here, we should get a little bit of a pop down. Where I have this cross here. Come on. Yeah, we were right at the lows. We're going to get like a little triple bottom here. I hope not. Well, this candle's not the most awe-inspiring thing. And I am stopped out. I just wanted one follow through today. Just one. Just give me something kind of breakdown. But man, my timing from that. I mean, they were out there. They were out there. I mean, this was available. I just didn't take that. I was thinking about it, talking about it, didn't take it. The one I took was right here. So I got the move, then it came up and knocked me out, and then it was that, or was it maybe right? I don't remember. Point being, I just haven't quite been able to time anything. I'm trying to think. Do I try another? All right, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Short red line, stop green. Again, looking to get short at the red line. My stop is the green line. We are at previous week low. I mean, okay, previous week low. I mean, we're probably also at the Mongolian resistance level too, from 4.5 weeks ago. You know what I mean? We're always at something. All right, I am short. And let's see if this thing. Okay, whatever. Whatever. What? Okay. All right. On that note, I am done with this nonsense. I apologize for the stream. But I don't know. I can't do the market action. Hopefully, you're like Clay. It's you can't control the market action. But yeah, if you enjoy though, if you want to help support it, these are the times where please use code Clay. If there's ever time to use it, like these are times where it's like, dude, what am I doing? Why did I show up at? It's just so code Clay does make good practical effects on it. So take Robert Trader, though. It is the last day for their good solid deal. So if you want to get the deal 50% off, 50% off, and then no activation fee, code Clay, all caps. We'll give you that if you're with any of these other prop firms. Whatever their current promotions and deals they are running, again, code Clay will give you that deal. And it, like I said, it helps support the stream and helps. It makes me want to come back, right? On days like today, let me put it this way. If people were not really using code Clay, I would not be back. I would not have stuck around on days like today. Because it's just like, no, the business sense doesn't make sense. And, so, yeah. Man. I'm still watching the 5 minute. Anyways, it is what it is. So, hopefully tomorrow will be better. Hopefully, maybe we'll get some sort of catalyst that can maybe give some more movement in the markets. But we are still in full-blown summer trading right now, and it is what it is. But like I said, if you're with any of these prop firms, you want to help support the stream, save yourself some money, code Clay, all caps. So I'm out here. I'm going to go help with some siding over at the house, and it is what it is. So thank you, everybody, for being here. See you back tomorrow. Code Clay. Hit that like button. Take care.